What if I told you that the next big American city isn't where you think it is? While everyone's still obsessing over Austin, Miami, there are cities quietly transforming themselves into tomorrow's economic powerhouses. We're talking about places where your rent won't eat 50% of your paycheck, where startups are exploding faster than you can say Series A, and where you can actually afford to buy a house before you turn 50. In this video, we're uncovering the 10 cities that are about to blow up in the next few years. These aren't just random picks. We've analyzed job growth data, population trends, infrastructure investments, and quality of life metrics to find the cities that are primed for massive growth. And here's the thing. Most people have no idea these places are about to take off. So which city is secretly becoming the next tech hub? Which southern gem is attracting Fortune 500 companies like crazy? And could one of these cities be your ticket to finally building wealth and living the life you actually want? Let's find out. Number 10, Huntsville, Alabama. All right, picture this. You're working on cutting-edge aerospace technology in the morning, grabbing lunch at a food truck festival downtown, and then hiking through mountain trails by late afternoon, all while paying $285,000 for a gorgeous home. Sound too good to be true? Welcome to Huntsville, Alabama. And trust me, this city is not what you think. Huntsville's population just crossed 225,000, and the metro area is pushing 500,000, growing at nearly 3.2% annually. That's faster than almost any major city in the Southeast. And it's not just random growth. This is strategic, high-value expansion. Here's why Huntsville is absolutely exploding. It's home to Redstone Arsenal and NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center. Yeah, NASA. The city is literally building rockets and space technology. In fact, Huntsville has the highest concentration of engineers per capita in the entire United States. We're talking about over 50,000 people working in aerospace and defense, with average salaries hitting $95,000 to $130,000. And the money keeps pouring in. The FBI just opened a $1 billion campus here in 2024, bringing 4,000 jobs. Blue Origin, Boeing, and Lockheed Martin are all expanding operations. The city added 12,000 new jobs last year alone, and unemployment is sitting at a ridiculous 2.1%. You read that right. Finding work here is almost easier than finding sweet tea. Now let's talk affordability, because this is where Huntsville really shines. The median home price is just $285,000. Compare that to similar tech-heavy cities, and you'll see why people are flooding in. Rent? About $1,200 for a one-bedroom apartment. Groceries and utilities run 15% below the national average. Plus, Alabama has some of the lowest property taxes in the country. But Huntsville isn't just about spreadsheets and rocket fuel. Downtown is getting a complete makeover with over $400 million in revitalization projects. The food scene is blowing up with everything from authentic Southern barbecue to craft cocktails. And outdoor lovers, you're 45 minutes from some of the most beautiful state parks in the South. The vibe? It's this unique mix of Southern hospitality and Silicon Valley ambition. People here are driven, but not cutthroat. Community-focused, but forward-thinking. It's a place where your neighbor might be designing satellites, while also inviting you over for Sunday dinner. So yeah, if you're looking for a city where your tech career can skyrocket literally, while you actually build wealth instead of just surviving, Huntsville should be on your radar. This rocket city is taking off, and 2025 is just the beginning. Number 9, Boise, Idaho. Let's talk about Boise. And no, it's not just potatoes and farmland. This city has quietly become one of the hottest destinations in America, and in 2025, it's showing no signs of slowing down. Imagine waking up to crisp mountain air, hiking world-class trails before work, and then heading to a thriving downtown where startups and tech companies are setting up shop left and right. That's Boise. The population just hit 240,000, and the metro area is closing in on 800,000, growing at about 2.8% per year. People are moving here from California, Washington, and Oregon in droves. Why? Let's start with the obvious: quality of life. Boise consistently ranks in the top 10 for happiest cities in America. You got 190 miles of hiking and biking trails, the Boise River running right through downtown, and over 200 sunny days a year. Skiing? You're 90 minutes from world-class resorts. Summers are perfect, winters are mild. It's outdoor paradise. But here's what really makes Boise special. It's becoming a legit tech hub. Companies like Micron Technology, one of the world's largest semiconductor manufacturers, employs thousands here. HP, Amazon, and tons of startups are expanding operations. The city added 15,000 tech jobs between 2020 and 2024, and salaries average $80,000 to $110,000. Not Silicon Valley money. But when you factor in the cost of living, you're actually doing way better. Speaking of cost, the median home price is around $480,000. Yeah, it's jumped in recent years, but compared to where people are moving from, Seattle $850,000, San Francisco $1.3 million, it's still a steal. Renters pay about $1,550 for a one-bedroom, and Idaho has no state sales tax on groceries. Property taxes are reasonable. 2. Downtown Boise is absolutely thriving. The Basque Block is packed with unique restaurants and culture. There are breweries, coffee roasters, farmers markets, and a legit art scene. Families love it here. Schools are solid. Crime rates are low. And there's this genuine sense of community that's hard to find in bigger cities. And here's a fun fact. Boise is one of the fastest growing startup ecosystems in the country. Over 200 new businesses launched in 2024 alone, and the city's investing heavily in co-working spaces and innovation hubs. The only real downside? Housing inventory is tight. When homes hit the market, they're gone fast. So if you're thinking about Boise, you gotta move quick. But honestly, Boise in 2025 is the perfect blend of opportunity, adventure, and livability. It's a city where you can build a career, raise a family, and actually enjoy your life outside of work. And trust me, more people are figuring this out every single day. Number 8, Tampa, Florida. Picture this. You're closing a business deal over Cuban coffee in Ybor City, then heading to the beach for sunset, all while paying zero state income tax. Welcome to Tampa, Florida. And yeah, this city is absolutely on fire right now. Tampa's population just surpassed 400,000, and the metro area is pushing 3.3 million, growing at a blistering 2.5% annually. That's roughly 150 people moving here every single day. And it's not just retirees anymore. Young professionals, entrepreneurs, and families are flooding in. Here's the deal. Tampa has become a financial and tech powerhouse. Major players like J.P. Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and Citigroup have massive operations here. Tech companies are setting up shop like crazy, attracted by the talent pool from the University of South Florida and the business-friendly environment. The city added over 60,000 jobs in 2024, with unemployment at just 3.3%. Salaries are competitive. 2. Finance jobs average $85,000 to $120,000, and tech roles aren't far behind. But here's where it gets interesting. No state income tax. That means if you're making six figures, you're keeping significantly more of your paycheck compared to high-tax states. Now let's talk housing. The median home price is around $395,000. Not cheap, but for a major metro with a booming economy and waterfront access, it's reasonable. Renters pay about $1,800 for a one-bedroom in the city center. And compared to Miami's $625,000 median, or NYC, Tampa is practically a bargain. But Tampa isn't just about money. The lifestyle here is next level. You got Tampa Bay, endless beaches, year-round sunshine, 330 days, and a food scene that's exploding. From authentic Cuban sandwiches to farm-to-table restaurants, the culinary game is strong. Sports fans, you've got the Buccaneers, Lightning, and Rays all within reach. The city's also investing big in infrastructure. Over $3 billion is going into transit improvements, the waterfront, and downtown development. The Riverwalk is already one of the best urban waterfront projects in the country. 2.6 miles of restaurants, parks, and entertainment. And here's something cool. Tampa is becoming a startup haven. Venture capital investment in Tampa Bay hit $2.1 billion in 2024. making it one of the fastest growing startup ecosystems in the Southeast. Now, real talk, hurricanes are a thing, insurance can be pricey. Summers are hot and humid. But for most people moving here, the trade-off is worth it. You're trading snow shovels and state taxes for sunshine and economic opportunity. Tampa in 2025 isn't just booming. It's becoming a legitimate rival to traditional powerhouse cities. And if you're looking for that perfect mix of career growth, lifestyle, and financial advantages, Tampa deserves a serious look. Number 7, Greenville, South Carolina. Okay, let's talk about a city that's flying completely under the radar. Greenville, South Carolina. If you haven't heard the buzz yet, you're about to. This charming southern city is having a serious moment, and 2025 might be your last chance to get in before everyone else figures it out. Greenville's population is around 72,000, but don't let that fool you. The metro area is over 920,000 and growing at 2.1% annually. It's that sweet spot, big enough to have real opportunities, small enough to still feel like a community. So why is Greenville blowing up? First, it's ridiculously affordable. The median home price is just $320,000, and you can rent a nice one-bedroom for about $1,300. Groceries, utilities, and healthcare all run 12% below the national average. Your money just goes further here. But Greenville isn't just cheap, it's thriving. The city has become a manufacturing and automotive hub. BMW's largest plant in the world is just outside Greenville, employing over 11,000 people. Michelin, GE, and Lockheed Martin all have major operations here. And now, tech companies are moving in. The unemployment rate is 2.9%, and job growth has been insane, up 18% over the past 5 years. Here's where Greenville really stands out, downtown. Main Street has been transformed into one of the best small city downtowns in America. We're talking tree-lined streets, outdoor cafes, independent boutiques, and Falls Park on the Reedy, a stunning waterfall right in the middle of downtown with a Liberty Bridge suspension walkway. It's legit one of the most beautiful urban parks you'll ever see. The food scene? Way better than you'd expect. James Beard-nominated chefs, craft breweries, farm-to-table everything. And the art scene is popping with galleries, live music, and the Peace Center hosting Broadway shows. Families are obsessed with Greenville. Schools are solid, crime rates are low, and there's this genuine Southern hospitality vibe, without feeling stuck in the past. Plus, you're 90 minutes from the Blue Ridge Mountains and 3 hours from the beach. Best of both worlds. And get this, South Carolina's income tax is being phased down, currently at 6.5% but dropping. Property taxes are among the lowest in the nation. For retirees, there are even more tax breaks. The city's also investing heavily in the future. Over $500 million is going into infrastructure, green spaces, and expanding the downtown footprint. There's a whole innovation district being built around Clemson University's research campus. Greenville in 2025 is what Austin was 15 years ago, before it got crazy expensive and crowded. It's got that energy, that momentum, that feeling that something special is happening. And if you move now, you're getting early. Number 6, Nashville, Tennessee. Let's be real. Everyone knows Nashville is hot. But here's what most people don't know. It's still just getting started. In 2025, Nashville isn't slowing down, it's accelerating. And if you think you missed a boat, think again. Nashville's population just crossed 710,000, and the metro area is pushing 2.1 million, growing at 2.3% per year. That's about 100 people moving here every single day. And these aren't just country music dreamers anymore. These are tech workers, healthcare professionals, entrepreneurs, and families chasing opportunity. Here's why Nashville is still a move. First, the economy is absurdly diverse. Yes, music is huge. The industry generates $10 billion annually. But healthcare? Even bigger. Nashville is the healthcare capital of America. HCA Healthcare, Community Health Systems, and dozens of other major players are headquartered here, employing over 250,000 people across the region. And then there's tech. Nashville's tech scene has exploded. Companies like Amazon, Oracle, and AllianceBernstein have moved major operations here. The city added 40,000 tech jobs between 2020 and 2024, with salaries averaging $90,000 to $115,000. Unemployment is sitting pretty at 3.1%. Now housing. The median home price is around $450,000. Yeah, it's gone up, but for a city with as much economic firepower, it's still accessible. Renters pay about $1,700 for a one-bedroom. And here's the kicker. Tennessee has no state income tax. If you're making good money, that's thousands back in your pocket every year. But let's talk about what really makes Nashville special. The vibe. This city has soul. Live music 7 nights a week, not just on Broadway, but in neighborhoods across the city. The food scene is insane: hot chicken, craft cocktails, internationally acclaimed restaurants. Neighborhoods like East Nashville, The Gulch, and Germantown each have their own distinct personality. Outdoor lovers, you're covered. You got parks everywhere, greenways connecting the whole city, and Percy Priest Lake for boating and fishing. Plus, the Great Smoky Mountains are just 3 hours away. Nashville is also stupidly friendly. There's this culture of collaboration here. Whether you're in music, tech, or healthcare, people genuinely help each other out. It's a city that still feels welcoming even as it grows. The city's investing big in infrastructure, too. A $2 billion transit plan is in the works. Downtown is expanding rapidly, and new neighborhoods are popping up constantly. Nashville Soccer Club just got a brand new stadium, and the Titans are building a $2.1 billion domed stadium. Now, traffic is getting rough. Summers are humid, and housing inventory is tight. But for most people, these are minor trade-offs for living in one of the most dynamic cities in America. Nashville in 2025 is proof that you can have it all: a thriving economy, incredible culture, and a quality of life that makes you excited to wake up every day. It's still booming, and honestly, it's still a great time to jump in. Number 5, Columbus, Ohio. Time to talk about a city that's been seriously underestimated for way too long. Columbus, Ohio. While everyone's been sleeping on the Midwest, Columbus has quietly transformed itself into an economic and cultural powerhouse. And in 2025, it's finally getting the recognition it deserves. Columbus is now the 14th largest city in America, with a population over 920,000. The metro area is at 2.2 million and growing steadily at 1.8% per year. And unlike some booming cities, Columbus is growing smartly, with infrastructure keeping pace. So what's driving the growth? First up, jobs. Columbus is an economic beast. It's home to over a dozen Fortune 500 companies, including Nationwide Insurance, L Brands, Victoria's Secret Bath & Body Works, and Cardinal Health. But here's where it gets interesting. Columbus is becoming a major tech and research hub. Ohio State University, one of the largest universities in the country, pumps out talent and innovation constantly. The university alone employs 30,000 people and generates billions in research funding. Tech startups are exploding here, with over $2 billion in venture capital flowing into Columbus companies in 2024. And the job market? Red hot. Unemployment is at 3.4%, and the city added 35,000 jobs last year across tech, healthcare, logistics, and education. Average salary for tech workers hit $85,000 to $105,000, which sounds good until you realize how affordable Columbus is. Here's where Columbus becomes a no-brainer. Affordability. The median home price is just $295,000. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment? Around $1,250. Groceries, utilities, transportation, all 12 to 15% below the national average. You can actually live here, not just survive paycheck to paycheck. But Columbus isn't some boring Midwest city. Downtown is thriving with the short North Arts District, packed with galleries, boutiques, and some of the best restaurants in the Midwest. The food scene is legit, everything from authentic Somali cuisine. Columbus has one of the largest Somali populations in the U.S., to James Beard-recognized chefs. Sports fans, you got Ohio State football, basically a religion here, the Blue Jackets NHL team, and the Crew MLS team. The nightlife is way better than you'd expect, with craft breweries, cocktail bars, and live music venues everywhere. Columbus also has this incredible diversity and inclusivity. It's consistently ranked as one of the most LGBTQ-friendly cities in the Midwest, and the international community brings us amazing cultural richness. The city is investing heavily in the future, too. Over $1 billion is going into smart city initiatives, making Columbus a testing ground for autonomous vehicles and cutting-edge urban tech. The Scioto Mile downtown is one of the best urban riverfronts in America, and new neighborhoods are being developed with walkability and sustainability in mind. And here's something cool. Columbus is one of the shortest average commutes in the country, just 22 minutes. Quality of life stuff like that adds up. Look, Columbus might not be sexy. It's not going to show up in Instagram influencer posts like Miami or LA. But if you're looking for a city where you can build real wealth, have an actual career, and enjoy a high quality of life without going broke, Columbus is the move. It's a boom town that's been booming quietly for years, and 2025 is when everyone else finally catches on. Number 4, Spokane, Washington. All right, let's talk about the Pacific Northwest's best-kept secret, Spokane, Washington. While everyone obsesses over Seattle and Portland, Spokane is having its moment, and trust me, this city is about to blow up. Spokane's population is around 230,000, with a metro area pushing 600,000. It's growing at 1.9% annually, which might not sound crazy until you realize this is sustainable, smart growth without the chaos. Here's the Spokane story. For decades, it was overlooked, but in the past 5 years, something shifted. Young professionals and families started moving here from Seattle, Portland, and California, looking for affordability and quality of life. And they found both. The median home price in Spokane is around $410,000. Compared to Seattle's $800,000, it's a steal. Rent averages $1,350 for a one-bedroom, and the cost of living runs about 8% below the national average. Plus, Washington has no state income tax, so you're keeping more of your paycheck. But Spokane isn't just cheap, it's actually cool. Downtown has been completely revitalized over the past decade. Riverfront Park, site of the 1974 World's Fair, has been renovated into this stunning 100-acre park right in the heart of the city. The food scene is exploding with farm-to-table restaurants, craft breweries, and coffee roasters. Kendall Yards, a walkable neighborhood along the Spokane River, is packed with shops, restaurants, and new housing. The job market is solid, too. Healthcare is huge here, with Providence Health and Multicare employing thousands. Amazon just opened a massive fulfillment center. And tech startups are moving in, attracted by lower costs and quality talent from Gonzaga University and Washington State University Spokane. Now let's talk about the outdoor lifestyle, because this is where Spokane absolutely shines. You're 90 minutes from 5 different ski resorts. Summers are perfect for hiking, mountain biking, and water sports on the dozens of lakes nearby. You got the Spokane River running through the city, offering urban kayaking and paddleboarding. And unlike Seattle, you actually get sunshine here over 200 days a year. The vibe is refreshingly down to earth. People here are friendly, community-focused, and unpretentious. It's got that small-town feel with big city amenities. Crime rates are improving as investment pours in, and neighborhoods like South Hill and Liberty Lake are perfect for families. Spokane is also investing in its future. Over $300 million is going into infrastructure, transit, and making downtown even more walkable and bike-friendly. The airport just got a $150 million expansion, making it easier to connect to major hubs. The only real drawback? Winters can be cold and snowy. But if you're into winter sports, that's actually a perk. Spokane in 2025 is what Boise was 5 years ago before everyone caught on. It's affordable, livable, and full of opportunity. And if you're tired of paying $3,000 a month for a tiny apartment in Seattle, Spokane is calling your name. Number 3, Fayetteville, Arkansas. Let's talk about a city that absolutely nobody saw coming. Fayetteville, Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas. And before you skip ahead, hear me out, because this city is doing something incredible. Fayetteville's population is around 95,000, but the Northwest Arkansas metro area, which includes Bentonville and Rogers, is over 550,000 and growing at 3.1% per year. That's one of the fastest growth rates in the entire country. So what's happening in Fayetteville? 2 words, Walmart. And before you roll your eyes, understand what this means. Bentonville, 30 minutes north, is Walmart's headquarters. But thousands of suppliers, tech companies, and service providers have set up shop in Fayetteville to be close to the retail giant. This has created an economic ecosystem that's frankly insane. The job market is red hot. Unemployment is at 2.4%, one of the lowest in the nation. Average household income is climbing fast. And there are jobs everywhere from supply chain management to tech to healthcare. The University of Arkansas brings additional stability and innovation. But here's the real story: affordability. The median home price in Fayetteville is just $315,000. Rent averages $1,100 for a one-bedroom. Groceries and utilities are 14% below the national average. And Arkansas has relatively low taxes. You can actually build wealth here. And Fayetteville isn't some boring corporate town. It's shockingly hip. The downtown square is full of locally owned restaurants, bars, and shops. The food scene punches way above its weight, with James Beard-recognized chefs and an insane number of craft breweries. There's live music constantly, art galleries, and a genuine creative community. Outdoor lovers. This place is paradise. You got the Ozark Mountains right here. World-class mountain biking trails, some of the best in the country. Hiking, rock climbing, kayaking, you name it. The Razorback Greenway connects a whole region with over 40 miles of paved trails. And get this, Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art, funded by the Walton family, is in Bentonville. It's a world-class art museum with pieces by Norman Rockwell, Andy Warhol, and Georgia O'Keeffe, and it's completely free. Northwest Arkansas is also building a $50 million performing arts center opening in 2025. The culture here is this fascinating mix of Southern hospitality, college town energy, and corporate innovation. People are friendly, ambitious, and there's this sense that something special is being built. The region is also investing billions in infrastructure. New bike trails, parks, cultural institutions, and transit improvements are transforming Northwest Arkansas into a legitimate metro area. Now it's still Arkansas. It's conservative, and it's not for everyone. But if you can look past preconceptions, Fayetteville is one of the most underrated opportunities in America right now. In 2025, Fayetteville is a boom town that's booming smart. It's affordable, beautiful, full of jobs, and building culture and infrastructure at a pace that rivals cities 10 times its size. Don't sleep on this one. Number 2, Durham, North Carolina. Durham, North Carolina. If you know, you know. And if you don't, you're about to find out why Durham is one of the hottest cities in America heading into 2025. Durham's population is around 290,000, and the metro area is part of the Research Triangle with Raleigh and Chapel Hill, totaling over 2.2 million people. The region is growing at 2.7% annually, and Durham is leading the charge with its own unique identity. Here's the Durham difference. This city has transformed itself from a tobacco town into a biotech and research powerhouse. Duke University and Research Triangle Park, the largest research park in North America, are right here. We're talking about companies like Biogen, Quintiles, and hundreds of biotech firms and startups. The job market is absolutely insane. Unemployment is at 2.8%, and the region added 50,000 jobs in 2024 alone. Salaries are juicy, too. Biotech and research jobs average $95,000 to $140,000. Tech roles aren't far behind. And healthcare, with Duke Health System, is massive. Now affordability. The median home price is around $390,000, and rent for a one-bedroom runs about $1,500. Not the cheapest, but for a city with this level of opportunity and education, it's reasonable. North Carolina's flat income tax of 4.75% also helps. But here's what makes Durham special: the vibe. The city has soul. Downtown Durham has been completely revitalized. The old American Tobacco campus is now a mixed-use development with offices, restaurants, and entertainment. Local restaurants, craft breweries, and coffee shops are everywhere. Durham's food scene is legit, multiple James Beard nominees, and some of the best Southern and international cuisine you'll find. The arts and culture scene is thriving. DPAC, Durham Performing Arts Center, hosts Broadway shows and major concerts. Local music venues, art galleries, and street art make Durham feel alive and creative. Durham is also incredibly diverse and progressive, especially for the South. It's welcoming, inclusive, and has this entrepreneurial energy that's magnetic. The Bull City, as locals call it, attracts people who want to build something, whether that's a startup, a restaurant, or a community. Outdoor options are solid. 2. You've got parks, greenways, and you're close to both the mountains and the coast. Plus, Durham's tree canopy is one of the best in the country, making it feel green and livable. Schools are improving rapidly, especially with the influx of educated professionals. Crime has dropped significantly as investment pours into neighborhoods across the city. And Durham is still growing. Billions are being invested in infrastructure, transit, and expanding the biotech corridor. The city is positioning itself as the East Coast hub for life sciences and innovation. In 2025, Durham is where ambition meets authenticity. It's a place where you can have a killer career, eat world-class food, and still feel connected to a real community. It's a boom town that hasn't lost its soul, and that's rare. Number 1, Austin, Texas, still. All right, number 1. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. Austin? Really? Haven't we heard enough about Austin? But here's the thing. In 2025, Austin is still the move. And if you think the boom is over, you're dead wrong. Austin's population is now over 1 million in the city proper and closing in on 2.5 million in the metro area. It's growing at 2.9% annually, which is absolutely wild for a city this size. That's roughly 200 people moving here every single day. So why is Austin still number 1? Simple. It's a complete package. Let me break it down. The economy. Austin is a straight-up economic juggernaut. Tesla's Gigafactory is here, employing thousands and attracting an entire ecosystem of suppliers and tech companies. Oracle moved its headquarters here. Apple has a $1 billion campus. Google, Amazon, Facebook, they're all expanding aggressively. The city added 75,000 jobs in 2024, the most of any city on this list. Tech salaries average $110,000 to $140,000, and with Texas having zero state income tax, you're taking home significantly more than you would in California or New York. The startup scene is insane, too. Austin attracted over $5 billion in venture capital in 2024, making it the third largest startup ecosystem in the country after SF and NYC. The cost? Yes, Austin has gotten expensive. The median home price is around $520,000, and rent for a one-bedroom downtown is about $1,900. But here's the perspective. You're making Silicon Valley money without Silicon Valley costs. A $520,000 home in Austin will be $1.5 million in San Francisco. And that tax savings, if you're making six figures, you're saving $10,000 to $15,000 a year compared to California. The lifestyle, this is where Austin really separates itself. The culture here is unmatched. Live music every single night. South by Southwest and Austin city limits bring the entire world here. The food scene is absurdly good, from Franklin barbecue, yes, it's worth the wait, to world-class fine dining to taco trucks that'll change your life. Outdoor recreation is everywhere. Lady Bird Lake for paddleboarding and kayaking. Barton Springs Pool, a 68-degree natural spring-fed pool in the middle of the city. Zilker Park for festivals and just hanging out. And you got hill country right outside the city, perfect for weekend wine tastings and exploring. The city is also weirdly cool. There's this creative, entrepreneurial, independent spirit here that attracts interesting people from all over. Yes, it's got more corporate, but that Austin weirdness is still alive. The future, Austin isn't done growing. The city is investing over $7 billion in transportation infrastructure, including expanding the light rail. Austin FC has energized the sports scene, and a Major League Baseball team is being discussed. New neighborhoods are being built constantly, and the entire region from Austin to San Antonio is being developed into a mega region. The education system is improving with massive investments in schools and facilities. UT Austin is one of the best public universities in the country, churning out talent that stays local. The challenge is, let's be real, traffic is rough. Housing inventory is tight, so you need to act fast. Summers are brutally hot, hitting 105 degrees Fahrenheit regularly. And some people complain it's lost its soul as it's grown. But here's the truth. Austin in 2025 is still the most dynamic, opportunity-rich, lifestyle-focused city in America. It's where innovation meets culture, where you can build a career and actually enjoy your life. It's got problems, sure, but show me a booming city that doesn't. For people looking to make a move that could change their financial trajectory while living somewhere actually fun, Austin is still the gold standard. It's number one because it's proven it can sustain growth, attract talent, and maintain quality of life even as it explodes. Austin isn't just a boom town, it's the boom town. And 2025 is still a great time to get in. So there you have it, 10 cities that are about to explode in the next few years. From Huntsville's rocket scientist to Austin's tech empire, these places offer something special. Opportunity, affordability, and quality of life all in one package. The common thread? These cities are investing in their futures. They're building infrastructure, attracting businesses, and creating environments where people actually want to live. They're not just jobs markets. They're communities. So here's my question for you. Which city surprised you the most? Are you already living in one of these boom towns? Or are you thinking about making a move? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you found this video helpful, smash that like button and subscribe, because we're breaking down the best places to live, work, and build wealth every single week. The next American boom town could be your new home. The question is, are you ready to make the move before everyone else figures it out? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.